Hi guys, welcome to the unboxing quick review of this case, which has some camera protection slider, also this ring magnet stand, a lot of things. And here we are looking at the version for the OnePlus 10 Pro. So let's open that. So it looks pretty decent, I would say. We remove this protection here. It's a little, oh yeah, okay, doesn't look too good. I don't even know how this works. I guess I have to slide it from this side. Question is only how is it correct? I think it's okay like now. So that was of course a little bit disappointing. Other than that, it seems to work with the slider. Of course, you need always a little bit like two hands. It's a little bit hard to remove it here, but it still works. But of course, there is no stop here. I mean, there's a little bit of a stop here. We'll find out how this works. Then we have this ring here and we have this magnet. I've been thinking that this is a magnet, but it's definitely not a magnet. As you can see, it's not attracting anything, but this is metal. So if you take a magnet, it would definitely hold this thing. And so you can use this as a ring to hold it. That's definitely not a bad thing. And we can also use it as a stand. And let's also check if we can add some credit card here. I would say it's possible. We can even push it back here. And yeah, it's a little bit hard to grab, probably depending on the credit card you're using, but it's not impossible. Make your finger a little bit wet and then you can squeeze it out here. Then we have the openings here for the slider and all the buttons. Apart from that, there are like an integrated button, so you are actually not pressing the phone's button, you're pressing the buttons of the case. Underneath we have these openings. I don't see any opening here for a hand strap or so. Would have been nice to have an opening here for a hand strap, but I mean we could drill somewhere in a corner or use maybe this thing here. So it doesn't look too bad at the moment, but of course now we want to add the phone itself. Pushing that inside, it's a little bit hard, but I think it's not bad. What we want to see is that it's a little bit higher than the screen, and I think this is definitely the case. So it would give nice protection here against drops. Then let's also see how hard it is. Yeah, it's definitely not super soft at the corners. I think there are no different materials, maybe apart from here. But I wished it would be a little bit softer. I mean, it's not super hard, but also not super soft in the corners. But still, I would say it's some decent protection. So let's also check the size of the opening down here for the charge. I think it's a decent size. There's even some like a gap here. So it would also work with larger USB-C chargers. That's important. Then the buttons here to increase or decrease the volume works pretty good, I would say. All the openings are nicely aligned. And here also the button on the right side, I would say, nicely working. Then the slider is something which doesn't work with a lot of cases. And here it's absolutely no problem. Works fantastic. I love this thing, how good this works here. And now to the camera, let's see how easy we can open that. Yeah, I think you could get used to that, even operate it with one finger. That's important, that you don't have to grab it like you open and close it with two hands. It's also important that it's not falling out. Of course, when you open it fully, it is a little bit coming to the side. I've been thinking about the issue that slider comes a little bit outside, and first I've been thinking that's a negative point or like a disadvantage, but finally after using it some time I found it rather an advantage, because with some other cases which have slider down and you don't have this thing outside, you are not aware of that you left the slider open here, you will definitely notice when you forgot to close it. So this can be also quite some advantage here. And also what's important, that we have quite some gap here, that the slider is not hitting the camera. We don't want to see a slider hitting the camera or just having a very little space. So if there's something on the lens that it would scratch, that's not going to happen here. I think that's pretty decent. And again, we can open that, put it here, safe stand, hold it with our finger to make a selfie or so we are not dropping it. Of course, it's not totally flat on the ground if you are pushing here, tipping, but it's not too crazy. It's quite okay. I had preferred a solution which would be flat. I mean, here we have already a bump. Why not to make this a little bit higher and then have two bumps with the same height here would have been an advantage. Yeah, the grip here is not too crazy, but I think it will increase after we have been using it some time. Usually there is some residue like from sweating and other stuff, so it makes it a little bit easier. But I mean, in general, we have quite some height here. We can easily grab it here. That's really important. Now let's also check if we can get some wireless charge. So we put it here. I have seen some wireless charge with this wireless charger here, even on some thicker phones, thicker cases. Usually it has been possible, but it looks like really this metal thing is totally preventing from wireless charging here, no matter what we do. So you have to be aware of that. That's not going to work. Yeah, I think maybe we could remove, if you don't need this metal here, maybe you could remove this thing and then just with this ring here, maybe it would then work, but the ring and the metal all together, that's definitely too much and not allowing for charge. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with it. I would say it's a really nice one of the best cases with this camera sliders. You can really get easy used to it. Works really nice, better than other ones which I have seen. I mean, we have to be aware of that. There are only, I think, 2 cases with a camera slider or camera protection slider on the market. This one here, this model, which is sold by different brands or under different store names, of course, but at the very end it's the same thing, doesn't matter. And the other one is the Nilkin. It has the slider down. I've already made a video review about that, and I haven't been super happy with it. It has been super hard to open, especially at the beginning. I had to ascend here a little bit, optimize, and here it's working right out of the box. So I think it's the better solution, and so yeah, I would say definitely full recommendation, at least at this point from my side. And so if you're interested, I'll put down the link to the Amazon listing down into the description so you can check it out and order it right from there if you like it, and hopefully been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below, and I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.